Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am in my kitchen preparing my Thanksgiving meal for Thanksgiving Day, which is tomorrow, November 26th, 2020. Today is November 25th, 2020. And it's about 7 a.m. in the morning now. And I started about 5. Getting up, as I usually do, to prepare my holiday meals and to get some stuff started. So I'm not in the kitchen cooking all day tomorrow. So what I have here, I don't know if you all can tell, is chitlins. Not everybody eats chitlins. They're pork chitlins. But we do. And only Thanksgiving. No other time of the year do we cook chitlins. I used to do a huge pot because I have a large family. Not all of them are in Atlanta, but when they do come, they always want chitlins. If it's around Thanksgiving, I'll do it. But I'm doing a small pot this year. Because of coronavirus, we won't be inviting a lot of people over. So it's only going to be about 4 or 5 immediate family members and a close friend. So I'm going to tell you how I got started with this. My son has convinced me to do this video. So I'm doing the video. I may do some more because I do like cooking. And I get a lot of compliments on my cooking. So here we go. I started, well, my husband actually cleaned the chitlins. You have to, when you buy them, they're frozen. So you have to unthaw them. And then you got to go over them and clean them. And that's pulling all the thick skin off, all the junk that comes on them. You know, there's a lot of stuff on them sometimes, but some you can find is not so dirty. But you clean them, you wash them about 4 times until the water is practically clear. And then they're ready to cook. I usually cut mine up if they're too long. They're sometimes too long. These are actually, pig intestines, so they are long. And I cut them up. Place them in a pot in some water for the first boil. Normally I boil them the first time and boil some of the fat off and everything. And then I pour that water off and I put more in just to the top of the chitlins because they do make their own juice. And if you fill it up with water, it's going to be just watered down. So, and then you let them boil. I have placed an onion. I have 1 large onion that I cut up. You don't have to chop it up real small unless you want to because they're going to cook down. So just cut them up, 1 large onion, and put it in the pot. In this pot, I don't know how many chitlins you're cooking. This is like for a small gathering because these will cook down and probably be like maybe a little less than that you're seeing in the pot. So after this is boiled for a little bit, which it has been. When I started this video, I was already boiling them. I'm going to season them. So what I use is salt, Larry seasoning, garlic, add garlic to it, and paprika. I don't do pepper because I don't want little black specks in there. So, and you season it to taste. Now, I like to cook. I measure some things, but some things you season just to taste. If you want more salt or less salt, you just add it as it's cooking. But don't do it all at the beginning. Just put a little bit in, let it cook. When they're soft enough to taste, you can always add a little more if you want. So that is what I put in my chitlins. And you just let them cook and they boil until they're tender and they melt in your mouth. Now some people add more stuff like hog maw to their chitlins to make them a little bit thicker. These are hog maws. They're a little thicker than chitlins. You can see those cook down too. And you can put a pig feet in there if you want, to add a little flavor. It's all pork. And let them just boil and cook. Not too fast, just on medium heat once they start boiling. It takes about a couple hours for these to get tender. So I'll be checking back periodically. So that is my recipe for chitlins. I will try to do measurements at some point, but like I said, I'm an old school cooker. I measure very little things. I just know what my measurements are because I do it so much. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Okay, part 2 of my chitlin video. Just a little update. I've added my seasoning, as you can see. The water's a little red because of the paprika. And I also put a little hot sauce in there to give it a little kick. But when they're done, you're going to put hot sauce on them if you like spicy. And these things will make you want to slap your mama. Floyd Jr., don't you get no idea, because that ain't going to work for you. But this is my chitlins, and they are cooking. The garlic, you see the onions that cook down, they're going to cook all the way in there. You won't even see them. And they are still cooking. Probably another hour or so to go. As I said before, the seasonings I gave you are the only seasonings that I use and that you really need to use, because you don't want to put no thyme and bay leaves and all of that stuff in no pot of chitlins. You just want to season them to taste and put hot sauce on them. That's all you need for chitlins. I refuse to look at any videos that have all that stuff in them. It makes no sense. But anyway, as I said before, garlic, salt, a little Lowry salt, paprika, and onion. That's what I use in my chitlins. Season them to taste. So, this is my final video. Well, no, it may not be. I will show you the chitlins with hot sauce on them on my plate tomorrow. Have a blessed day. And again, happy Thanksgiving.